Hi everyone, this is Beth Kitchen. I just wanted to talk with you just a little bit about your last module, which is essentially your project. So the last module, which is putting it together, is your project. And as you may have noticed by now, I have put you guys in groups. I let Canvas do it. I sort of thought about letting you be in your previous groups, but it was frankly just easier to let Canvas put you in your groups, and not everybody was already in a preformed group. So I just let Canvas handle that. This is the first time I've had students work in groups like this, so I'm really kind of excited about it. So everybody's in a group, and you have a group leader. Now, if you are the group leader and you don't want to be the group leader, let me know, let your group know, and nominate somebody else. The group leader, not a whole lot of extra work there. You're just sort of making sure everybody knows what they need to be doing. I want to give you just a little idea about what's going to be coming up, and all of this will be posted in that last module. So what I'm going to do is in each of your group home pages, and you all have a home page. If you're not familiar with the groups, let me show you how it works. I think all of you are probably more familiar with this than I am. I was sort of playing around with this and going, oh, look how cool this is. And so what you'll notice is everybody has a group. You can see all the team leaders there, and you all have a home page. And what I am going to be doing on each of these home pages is providing you with the information for your multimedia project. So you don't have to go out and search for all that stuff. I am really much more interested in you guys, first of all, having some fun, being creative, and then also really spending time on the production itself, spending time playing around with video, playing with Canva, producing materials and your media messages. So that's really what I'm most interested in. Also, since I might be using this stuff on our website, our Nutrition Trends website, it kind of needs to be in line with our department philosophy, which is, of course, evidence-based nutrition. So in that spirit, what I'm going to be posting, I'm going to make an announcement in each of your home pages. And in that announcement, I'll give you a couple of tips about how I want you to proceed through your topic. I'll tell you what your topic is. For many of you, it's going to be in the form of a patient question. That does not mean that you have to present it in the question format when you go in and do all of your production, okay? But that's how many of you, I will probably present it like that, because that's what I end up doing a lot of times. I get these patient questions, and then I think, oh, that would make a great video or a great handout. So I'm going to be providing you, most of your groups, you'll get two things. You'll get an article. Many of you will have position statements from the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. And most of you, I think all of the groups, I also have actual journal articles. One. So what I have done is picked out some topics. I'm really excited about the topics, and I'll share those with you in the learning module. And then again, I'm providing you with just a couple of articles. One that's a little bit more a summary, maybe it's a newspaper article in at least one case, and then again, a journal article that's usually a fairly good study on this topic that kind of encapsulates what most studies show. So again, really going for evidence-based. What are you going to produce? You are essentially, as a group, going to produce three things. There's going to be some sort of video. Now, we talked in this last learning module about, using your phone or using your computer. If you really want to do something that's pretty easy, if you guys in your group, not a lot of you have video experience, you might want to look at that interview that I did with Kevin Storr on Zoom. You can do this via Zoom. You can record a Zoom meeting. Most of you probably know that. And that's what I did with Kevin. I just hit the record button. And then when it was over, it makes the video. You have to give it a chance. It's going to pop up and it'll say, you know, I'm making this video, and then you save it, and then you've got your video. And so if you guys want to do that, it can be sort of interview style. You can interview, one of you can be the expert, one of you can be the interviewer if you want. It can be all of you on there or 3 of you on there, however you want to do it. So think about using Zoom as a kind of easy way to produce a video. I don't want you to worry about editing. So I did have that section about editing in the last learning module. I'm more interested in your content. And so don't worry about editing. You're not going to be graded on that. You're really going to be graded on your actual content. And so if you guys produce videos that I go, you know, I think I'd like to put that on our website with your permission, naturally. I will always ask your permission to use that. What I will do is I'll download your MP4 into my editing program, and I can clip the ends off for you. So you don't have to, when you start recording, you don't have to come right out and be perfect from the very beginning. You can say, okay, guys, is everybody ready? It looks like we're recording. All right, let's go. I can edit that off. Even if you make mistakes in the middle of it, I can probably edit it. And, you know, you can tell me what B-roll you want in there. So, you know, there's all kinds of neat things that we can do. I do this for other people in our department. If you guys know Dr. Holly Wyatt, she does a great job of videoing, but she doesn't do any editing. And so if I want to use some of her stuff, what she lets me do is she sends me her videos, and then I put them in my editing program, and I add, you know, what we call the bumpers at the front and the back with our logos. I add some music. I do her lower third so people know who she is. And that's all I have to do because she's really great. I just have to kind of work on the beginning and the end to kind of get it looking in our style. And that's all I have to do. And I can do the same thing for you guys. So I don't want you to worry about editing. Some of you have group members that are really great at editing and may want to do that. So that's great, whatever you guys want to do there. But just think about that. And if you have questions about that, let me know. I will post that learning module by Friday for you guys. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit so that you guys know that Zoom is an option for you. And along with your video, however you do it, and it can, you know, be creative, have fun. You can do many, many different things with this. I want your key talking points or your key points that you're trying to get across. All of this is based on the materials and the patient question that I'm providing for you. So it's all one topic for each of you. So you can do your video and your key points. And then I want a handout. This would be a handout that we could actually use in the clinic, or we post it, and we will actually post that on the Nutrition Trends website as well. This is where you guys can use Canva. I think many of you, most of you are comfortable with Canva. All of this, again, what I'm looking for is content. So are you writing and speaking conversationally with little jargon? Your written piece, I'm going to want you to evaluate it for readability. I want it to come into all of those readability parameters that we talked about. And that might be graded a little more in how pretty it is, because I think most of you know Canva, so make it pretty. The other thing with this information, I want it to be usable, actionable. So when this patient or consumer looks at this, they know what to do. So video with key points, messages, your patient handout, consumer handout, 1 page maximum. Your video should be short too. I want your videos to be short. Definitely not more than 5 to 6 minutes. And if you can get it under 3 minutes, that's really good. That might be hard. And then the last thing I'm going to have you do is produce 2 to 3 social media messages. So, you know, a picture that you would post with a message. You can do that in Canva if you want, using some of their templates, but you don't have to. You know, it could be, I would post this picture with these messages on this topic, and it can be as simple as that. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a template. You can do that if you want, okay? And some of the things I'll be putting in that last module are sites to go to get free images. I can also put some free music sites in there, royalty-free music. On the royalty-free music, if you use it, you have to be very careful. Most of them, the one that I use a lot, it's free, but they want you to put that in the credits. And so it's very important that if you do use music, that in your end credits, I'm assuming that if you're putting music in, you're probably pretty good with this stuff and you know how to do end credits. You've got to put that in there. So just be really aware of those types of things. I'm really excited about this. I've had fun sort of thinking about how I wanted to do this. This is the first time I've done this project this way. And so I'm really excited to see what you guys produce. And, talk to your groups, look at everybody's strengths. It doesn't necessarily mean that your strongest video person is necessarily on camera. Some of you may want to practice that. You could have more than one person on the camera. You may not have any people at all. You guys might decide you just want to do pictures with either voiceovers or perhaps even just words. You've seen those videos where they just kind of put words up there explaining stuff and then an image. So be creative and let me know how I can help you. And again, I will post all of these instructions along with the assignment and the grading rubric by Friday. I just wanted to let you know what is coming ahead for our last week in this class.